Scheduled items are a very varied group of objects. They can be anything from artwork to coins to baseball card collections, vases, rugs, artwork of any kind, watch collections. They can be singular. You've got a $9,000 Rolex to a baseball card collection of 600 cards that's worth $3,000 as a box of cards. So it's pretty varied. It's hard to put a fine point on it. I try and remind people that if it's extremely precious to them, call us. Or if they're aware that it probably has a higher value, something north of $2,000 to $2,500 or more, call us. You can inherit things, family heirlooms, grandma's brooches, rings, things like that. Somebody passes on or just gets handed down through the family, and you might have no idea what it's worth. And in fact, it might be pure sentimental value. It might be costume jewelry, or it might be just something of no intrinsic value, and insurance companies will cover that as personal property. Everybody has personal effects. We have drawings and paintings in our home that we bought at Home or Kohl's for a couple of $100, and they will of course be covered. If you have an uncle that paints, whether anybody likes it but you or not is not as much of an issue. It may be precious, it may not have a lot of value, and it may be in fact irreplaceable. And that doesn't mean that you can place a value on it. You can have something that is art and it's worth $2,000 or $3,000 today, and the artist dies, and within a year it has quadrupled in value, and nobody's going to know that but you. Number one, that you have the piece. Number two, that you have been following that particular artist or are aware that there's been a huge value change. So you can blanket schedule things, and you can say, I have $10,000 worth of art in my house. There's 8 or 10 pieces that make up that value and list of things. Not any one of them's worth more than a couple of grand, but if the house burned down, I do want that stuff replaced. So when you go to schedule it, you want to make sure that we're aware if it's singular or you have a lot of it. Generally, your existing homeowner's policy is the place that we can schedule that onto. Almost every single company has endorsable items. So they have groups. Jewelry, coins, furs, artwork are the individual groups, and then we find out what you have and make list and dollar amounts to attach them. But it's a rider or a scheduled item on your existing homeowner's policy, or a renter's or a condo policy. It doesn't have to be a full home policy. And that can even get into unique vehicles or other things of rare or intrinsic value. So I always tell people, if you even think that it could be worth more than a couple $1,000s, and it's unique or special, or you really love it, or it's a collectible in any way, shape, or form, or got handed down through the family, we should at least talk about it. Call us anytime. We can ask you what you've got and what it might be worth and help you find out what that is. Get it covered.